Now it's with my sincere pleasure to introduce a gentleman who needs no introduction. For all of those who have been longtime residents of the Conejo Valley, this is a very familiar face. Before assuming the role of mayor of Thousand Oaks, Dennis Gillette held a variety of positions through which he served and enhanced the community. A Conejo Valley resident since 1963. Wow. Mayor Gillette worked for the Ventura County Sheriff's Department for 25 years. Retiring as assistant sheriff, he spent the following 12 years at California Lutheran University as vice president for administrative affairs and treasurer. You have some friends in the room? He holds both a master's and an honorary doctorate degree from CLU, which makes him a Kingsman at heart. Dennis Gillette is a family man, a Rotarian, an active citizen, a community volunteer, and your very own mayor of Thousand Oaks. Please welcome the Honorable Mayor Dennis Gillette.
Thank you very much, Pete. When Pete was going through that, Andy had to hasten to tell me when I moved to Thousand Oaks, he was 5 years old, so I thought he was going to say he was in the 5th grade, and I was going to figure, what's a 25-year-old doing in the 5th grade? But well, here we go again. 47 years, the experiment, the municipality, the city of Thousand Oaks. One of the finest communities anywhere in this republic. Let me start by recognizing our hosts, the Greater Conejo Valley Chamber of Commerce. This is the first state of the city under a new unified chamber representing all 3 Conejo Valley cities. What better testament to our thriving local business community than to have a fully integrated Chamber of Commerce advocating for our local economy. Congratulations, Jill, and to all of your team. Also, a special thank you to all and an acknowledgement to all of the corporate sponsors of today's luncheons. These companies are a small sample of the outstanding corporate citizens we are blessed to have as part of the Conejo Valley landscape. I'd like to thank the community for once again entrusting me to serve you on the City Council, henceforth to be known as Landslide Gillette. Al, that was funny. Thank you. It was a close race, but I'm proud of the positive campaign run by most of our 13 candidates. And it was also particularly rewarding to see that number of candidates of mid-career professionals who really believe in the community and were willing to offer themselves for public service. A great deal of gratitude to everyone who participated in our process. The process does work. I want to extend a special thank you to my amazing family, my wife Terry, my partner for over 4 decades of marriage, my best friend for over 42 years. Terry? Tara's been an invaluable support to me throughout my time on the City Council, and especially during this year as mayor. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge my 2 beautiful daughters, Christine and Lisa, both Lancers, by the way, and especially my pride and joy, our pride and joy, granddaughter Ava Grace. It was a true honor to once again serve as mayor in 2010. I'd like to extend a sincere thanks to my City Council colleagues, to all of the folks, Tom, Jackie, Andy, always willing to step in, always willing to help, always willing to encourage. Participating in the management of this multi-million-dollar, $250 million a year municipal corporation is no small task. And the end result is the fantastic city that we have, supported by 130,000 very supportive and exceptional residents. We do live in a phenomenal place. This is not a job I take lightly. It's the mayor's responsibility to set the pace, to advocate the city's interests with regional and national officials, and to represent the council at community functions, something that I did over 225 times from Eagle Scout courts to 100th birthday parties, and as chair on the National League of Cities Public Safety Committee, League of California Cities Public Safety Committee, and Ventura County Transportation Committee. It's exhausting, but extremely rewarding. Each year, the mayor uses this stage to offer residents and businesses an overview of our municipal health, to highlight significant accomplishments in the past 12 months, and to begin charting a course for the year ahead. This has been a year unlike any of my 47-year tenure in local government. A year marked by continued financial strife, political turmoil at all levels, and perhaps most noteworthy, revolting corruption in 2 California cities. These deplorable actions by a corrupt few have had a profound impact on public trust in local government. Despite these challenges, the dedicated men and women that comprise our city's workforce remain focused on service and persevered through distractions to move our community forward. If I had to point to one persistent view of modern government, it is that we should operate more like a business. We have the highest esteem for the role of private business in our economy and strive to incorporate workable best practices in all of our operations. But with calls for a more private sector-like approach growing audibly louder, I need to provide some reality and context. As a municipal corporation, we must maintain a delicate balance of mimicking private sector efficiencies while remaining keenly aware of our fundamental responsibilities and mission. Service, emphasis, service, not profit, is a local government's bottom line. Thousand Oaks has long operated with the utmost transparency, whether it's through open meetings, publicly reported salaries, or management of our $250 million annual budget. Thousand Oaks taxpayers are all equal shareholders. City Council's job is to provide the infrastructure that allows nearly 12,000 local businesses to succeed. As is the case in any good corporation, the city practices management by objectives. Each spring, the City Council sets a list of 10 top goals and priorities. These overarching goals and priorities are governed by an exhaustive list of staff goals and objectives, all designed with taxpayer accountability in mind. Allow me to touch on some of the most significant milestones achieved this year. Maintaining a balanced budget. The City of Thousand Oaks has always taken the conservative, long view when dealing with financial matters, a perspective that has served to protect this community's fiscal stability now and for the future. The City Council judiciously built reserves when times were good. When the national financial crisis hit, the city immediately took action and faced the inevitable cost-cutting measures before our finances reached crisis level. Through the turmoil, the city has maintained financial stability, a result of sound financial planning and expert guidance from highly qualified and competent professional staff. The city's management team continued focus on the city's long-term financial strategic plan, a much-lauded blueprint that guides our budget and protects local taxpayers. I can't emphasize enough the importance of this living document, which has allowed City Council to anticipate much of the current fiscal downturn and is used to weigh, measure, and temper projects to work within the budget. It promotes the city's motto of fiscal restraint across departments and ensures that this organization continues to live well within its means. No matter what election rhetoric heard during the campaign, This city council and city staff takes its job as stewards of the people's tax dollars very seriously. There is no better outside acknowledgement of this stewardship than the 5 bond rating upgrades the City of Thousand Oaks received in the past year. General Fund upgraded from AA- to AA+. TO Boulevard Redevelopment Project Area Funds upgraded from A- to A. Newberry Road Redevelopment Project Area Fund upgraded from BBB to A. Redevelopment Agency Affordable Housing Fund upgraded from A- to A. And Wastewater Fund upgraded from AA- to AAA. These higher bond rating upgrades are the reflection of fiscal health and solid management. Obtaining these types of upgrades during one of the worst economic downturns in history speaks volumes about this municipality and its rock-solid financial management. While I'm proud of how this city council and city employees have weathered the financial crisis this far, it has not been an easy road. Over the past 3 years, we have restructured operations by cutting 74 positions, 36 in the current year alone. That's 15% of the total general fund workforce. This restructuring continues today as the City Council shifts priorities and staffing from a growth mode to a maintenance focus. The city's lean workforce is asked to do significantly more with less, a mission that has been approached with vigor and professionalism. All city employees voluntarily agreed to suspend salary increases in the past year. The city council, city manager, city attorney, and assistant city manager have led by example by freezing their salaries for 3 fiscal years. Over the last 3 years, our city has experienced steadily decreasing revenues. Sales tax revenues are down nearly $6 million annually from their peak in 2007. While current trends point to some stabilization, most feel that municipal revenues have fallen to a new normal. These dollars are crucial to providing basic municipal services like policing, which accounts for 37% of our general fund budget. Despite the price tag, public safety will always be the City Council's top priority. A commitment to this priority was one of the city's founding principles, something I can personally attest to as a member of the city's inaugural police force in 1964. Thanks to this unwavering commitment. Thousand Oaks has been continually ranked among the safest cities in the United States. The FBI just released its safest city rankings for 2009, and I'm proud to report that Thousand Oaks was ranked number 3 for cities with a population over 100,000 population in both the nation and in California. This is a major achievement. Congratulations to Police Chief Jeff Mattson and the entire Thousand Oaks Police Department team. During the past year, the city's budget was tailored to ensure that high safety standards were maintained. In 2010, the police department successfully pursued nearly $300,000 in grant funding for a host of important enforcement and equipment needs. On May 23rd, the Thousand Oaks Police Department implemented one of the most complex sustained traffic control plans in local history to support the 2010 Amgen Tour of California cycling race. Working with more than 375 community volunteers, the Thousand Oaks Police Department provided for the safety and security of the athletes and thousands of spectators. Resident safety was increased with the fire department's addition of a new fire engine at Station 35 in Newberry Park and a new light and air support vehicle at Station 37 North Ranch. The city remains hopeful that the County Board of Supervisors will respond and implement recommendations from the joint 2007 Fire Services Operational and Technical Review. County Fire Chief Bob Roper and Thousand Oaks Fire Chief Rod Megley continue to play constructive roles in planning today for tomorrow's fire service needs. Thank you very much to all of you from the fire service. I'd also like to acknowledge the highly successful 37-year career that retiring Ventura County Sheriff Bob Brooks has had. He'll be missed here in Thousand Oaks. In addition, I'd like to congratulate Jeff Dean on his election to succeed Bob Brooks. Jeff, the City of Thousand Oaks looks forward to working with you in 2011. Perhaps you can help the city move up a couple notches in the national and state rankings. Environmental efforts. Environmental sustainability is now a mainstream pursuit and an area in which the city has excelled. Sustainability projects allow the city to meet current needs without compromising quality of life for future generations. Thousand Oaks is continually searching for new environmental management practices. This pursuit benefits taxpayers by reducing operating costs and preserving both local and national resources. Several years ago, the Hill Canyon Wastewater Treatment Plant set the goal of being 100% self-sufficient in power generation. In 2009, it reached the 65% mark, and in 2010, it is more than 75% self-sufficient. With a host of new projects coming online, it will be 100% energy self-sufficient in the near future. This is a monumental achievement for a facility that runs 24/7 and demands as much power as Hill Canyon does. This commitment to alternative energy at Hill Canyon is not only great for the environment, it also helps the city maintain Ventura County's lowest wastewater rates. Water conservation will always be at the apex of concerns for Californians. Thousand Oaks residents should be applauded for their proactive role in reducing water consumption. As a community, we exceeded the mandatory 15% use reduction imposed 1 year ago by our water wholesaler, Cayugas Municipal Water District. A new Citizens Committee will be working with Public Works staff to discuss the city's water rate structure to ensure that the impact of good conservation is equitably reflected on our residents' water bills. A pilot solar bus shelter generating 100% of the lighting power needed was installed in front of City Hall, and 12 more will be placed along Thousand Oaks Boulevard within the coming months. Last month, City Council also approved moving forward with a larger solar installation at the Newbury Park Branch Library. As an organization, we remain committed to this proven, economically viable technology with the ultimate goal of 1, reducing the city's carbon footprint, 2, reducing our reliance on fossil fuels, and 3, reducing our dependence on foreign oil. This year, as chair of the County Transportation Commission, I have continued to promote expanded public transportation for southeastern Ventura County. Our city has included expanded public transit in its 10 citywide goals. With our diverse population looking for expanded public transportation programs that run with greater frequency, reliability, and convenience, our entire region would be well served by a regional transit authority. Focus on infrastructure. Despite fiscal limitations and staffing challenges, the city approached infrastructure maintenance with a clear sense of purpose in terms of scale. Public Works employees are responsible for a tremendous amount of resources and systems within our 56 square mile border. 380 miles of city streets, 500 miles of sewer mains, 16 reservoirs, and 200 miles of water mains with 2,000 hydrants, 140 traffic signals, and 50,000 plus oak trees. In 2010, city staff aggressively pursued grant funding for important projects across the community. These important investments help prolong the life of the city's existing infrastructure. Several accomplishments of specific note include, just last week, our Public Works Department became the first nationally accredited Public Works Department in Ventura County, the 5th in California, and only the 63rd in the nation. Worthy recognition for an exceptionally run operation. A new wastewater pipeline was installed on Thousand Oaks Boulevard. The increased capacity can better handle wastewater flow, avoiding future sewer spills. A slurry seal program that covered 35 miles of city streets, recycling approximately 3,000 used tires, providing safer and quieter roads and extending the life of the street pavement. Stormwater improvements along Thousand Oaks Boulevard and Lynn Road will prevent flooding. Public Works just secured $5 million in additional federal assistance for the Wendy 101 overcrossing. This project will widen the bridge, adding an additional lane in each direction. Double left turn lanes will also be added to the southbound exit, a much-needed infrastructure upgrade in Newbury Park. Now, fully funded, the project will go to bid early in the coming year. Funding approval for design work on the 101-23 freeway interchange was a major coup. The Ventura County Transportation Commission directed that $4.5 million in federal stimulus money be used towards improving this regionally significant project that is the busiest interchange in Ventura County. Auxiliary lanes in each direction of the 101 will be converted to regular traffic lanes. While not the most traveled route by most residents, perhaps the most significant engineering accomplishment was the rework of the Norwegian grade. This important project involved a complete rebuild of the 100-year-old road along numerous safety enhancements. Let's take a look at the project.
Hi, I am Tom Pisa. I'm the Engineering Division Manager with the City of Thousand Oaks Public Works Department and in charge of construction and right-of-way management. This morning we're on Moore Park Road near Calle Contento and at the top of what is commonly known as the Norwegian grade. Norwegian grade is about 100 years old and it was built by the early settlers using mainly hand labor, mules, and dynamite. It was kind of built without really engineering principles and practices at that time. And since that time, it hasn't had any really major engineering renovations as far as we can tell. Behind me is a project that we started in late September and will continue to late November for the reconstruction of this road. We are here because we are in the process of a construction project to rehabilitate and reconstruct the pavement and add safety enhancements to the Norwegian grade. The length of the project is roughly from this location, Calle Contento, all the way down to Santa Rosa Road. It's about 1.33 miles long, and we will be reconstructing the 2 lanes. It's a 2-lane road. The resulting will be 2 consistent 12-inch wide lanes. We'll be adding some additional drainage improvements, plus new guardrails and extended guardrails, and also providing a new and improved wearing surface for the roadway. This project is being funded primarily with gas tax money, and also we do have a grant for the safety enhancements. It's a federal grant, and it provides for the guardrails and signage and other safety enhancements that are associated with this work. The contractor started the process of work here by removing the existing asphalt, and we have it stockpiled to my right. That material will be reused in the process of rebuilding this road. Also, we are taking the original material that's been in place and we are using a machine similar to a giant rototiller, and we are grinding up the existing remaining asphalt and the existing material that's below the asphalt to create a new 12-inch thick road bed And on top of that, we will place 5 inches of asphalt. During the design of this process, we considered the environment and used as many sustainability concepts as possible in doing this project. For instance, we'll be using an asphalt base surface material that contains recycled tire rubber. We'll be using about 2,000 tons of that, and that represents recycling about 6,000 to 7,000 discarded tires in this process.
If any of you have had an opportunity to read any of the literature on the history of the Conejo Valley, you'll find that that road was a result of a marketing need to get high-level crops to the railhead in Moore Park and also out to Oxnard to the wharfs. And one of the young Olson farm boys of the cluster of Scandinavian farmers up, which is now the campus at Cal Lutheran, was seriously hurt in an accident when the decision was made to rough it out and improve it so that wagons could make it. And along with a loan of $60, or a gift of $60 for dynamite from the relatively new county of Ventura, was a cooperative effort for that. Working with a group of stakeholders from Cal Lutheran University, the Sons of Norway, the city, the Conejo Recreation and Park District, and relatives of the Olson and Pedersen families, there will be monuments at both the top and bottom with plaques detailing what happened there because it's of such historical significance for our community. So, cultural arts. In the arts, a complex and sensitive reorganization of city arts groups is nearly complete. Last month, City Council appointed 11 members to serve on the newly created Cultural Arts Commission. This commission will use its expertise to provide guidance for all arts and cultural development in Thousand Oaks with a priority focus on the Thousand Oaks Performing Arts Center, Fred Kavli Theater, and Janet and Ray Shear Forum Theater. A local group of community leaders are in the early stages of pursuing development on the Regional Arts Museum. The city supports their efforts to develop a feasibility plan and begin fundraising. Installed in October, the aging marquee fronting Thousand Oaks Boulevard was replaced with a new LED full-color display. Its clarity and color makes the new marquee a real asset to promoting theater performances. There'll be some great holiday performances this month. Pick up some tickets for yourself and your family, and I'd also mention, in collaboration with Cabrillo, the City of Thousand Oaks and the Thousand Oaks Rotary Club, we're going to host a military appreciation event. We're going to bring 1,800 members of families and military from Naval Base Ventura County down for a performance of the Rockettes Christmas show. Santa, carolers, hot cocoa, chocolate, and express on the part of the community of Thousand Oaks our appreciation for their service. Partnerships with the Conejo Recreation and Park District and the Conejo Valley Unified School District. Community partnerships are the cornerstone of many significant achievements in the Conejo Valley. This long-standing tradition continued in 2010. The Neighborhood City Center for Young Children began its full year of operation in 2010. The center, which offers a wide variety of service for infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and their families, is made possible through a partnership between the city and the Conejo Valley Unified School District. Enrollment is strong, and the center is on solid financial ground. I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation and thanks to Center Director Janet Fleming and all of her staff for managing such an outstanding facility. This facility is a true asset for our community. The city and redevelopment agency's years of supplemental investment in our local schools continues to pay dividends. The city continues to contribute to world-class performing arts centers, sports fields, and academic facilities at local schools, which has resulted in numerous league and CIF community championships and enhanced local pride. This helps increase demand for families and businesses to want to live and do business in Thousand Oaks. a positive cycle of success. In conjunction with the Conejo Recreation and Park District, the city staff began exploratory work towards the development of a second senior center. As our aging population continues to increase, demand will eventually warrant locating a senior center in Newbury Park. While our current economic climate does not justify or warrant expenditures, it's certainly a perfect time for planning. Along with the Conejo Valley Unified School District and the Conejo Recreation and Park District, construction commenced on the Conejo Creek Bike Path. This 10-foot wide bicycle path now connects Jans Road to Conejo Creek Park South, the Senior Center, Central Library, Teen Center, and numerous paths to the southern and western portions of Thousand Oaks. This important mile-long connector trail makes Thousand Oaks a safer community for cyclists. And speaking of cyclists, there may be no greater illustration of effective community partnerships than our involvement in the 2010 Amgen Tour of California. As most of you know, the Conejo Valley hosted the final of the nation's largest professional cycling event in May of last year. Hosting this monumental event would not have been possible without the City of Westlake Village, City of Agoura Hills, Conejo Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce, Malibu Family Wines, the Oaks Regional Shopping Center, and most importantly, Amgen. The exposure garnered this event put our communities on the world map as destination cities and provided a significant boost to our economy. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the tour to California, the Amgen event.
Exciting day for all of Ventura County in general and the city of Thousand Oaks, Conejo Valley in particular. And what you're seeing today is really the culmination over a year's worth of preparation and planning. We've had over 100 city staff working on this. Dozens of employees are working both the start and the finish today, including close cooperation with the police and fire departments.
We've done everything we possibly could to support this event with the resources of our personnel and all of Public Works and senior staff and whatever, but also in cooperation with our sister cities right next door, the city of Westlake Village and the city of Agoura Hills. So it's really a regional effort.
So it's a very exciting day for us, and we really look forward to what this does for the community. It also brings people from together, not just from Thousand Oaks, but from all over the county, all over the state, and in fact many different states are represented here as well. This race is a real shot in the arm for the community, not just from a financial perspective in terms of people staying in our hotels and eating in our restaurants and shopping in our stores, including the mall, like right here, but also it helps put Thousand Oaks on the map as a place to come visit. Everybody we know they want to live here, but this is a place to come visit, to come shop, to come recreate. We have more open space, perhaps, than any other city in California, which means it's a great place to ride a bike and to go hiking and to spend quality time with your family and friends. This race reflects the City Council's resolve to ensure that we have a balanced community, that we're not providing just basic essential services, but we're also focusing on quality of life services and amenities for the community. We're very supportive of all the recreational and park facilities and operations and programs in the community. And you know, part of being a healthy community means that you're spending time exercising, and spending time with your loved ones, and you're just getting out in the good weather like today. Look around you here. Look at how many families are here.
Coming around from the backside. Standing atop the mountain, trying to bring it down. He's 12 element project now it comes down. It's going to be a level playing field here. There's Levi. And Levi gives us.
In these economic times, it's always to everyone's advantage to work together, to understand different issues, the corporate community, the government community, and the residential community. And we're fortunate in this community that we always work together. This just kind of brings us a little closer together for one special event. I can't help but think if we replayed that today in Minneapolis, Chicago, the Ohio Valley, and what have you. I was on the stage talking to the commentator. That was going out to 145 countries around the world. And he said, this beautiful weather you're having today, you must be very proud. And he made some compliment to the Chamber of Commerce about arranging the weather for the event. And I said, no, it's kind of the way it is all the time. Building on our tremendous success in 2010, I'm proud to share that Thousand Oaks has once again been selected to host the overall finish on Sunday, May 22nd, 2010. Be sure to pick up some information at the door and learn how you can get part of your business involved. Affordable housing. Our steadfast focus on providing and protecting true affordable housing continued this year. Housing and redevelopment staff applied for and recently received a $1 million matching grant through the State Department of Housing and Community Development's Local Housing Trust Fund program. Truly outstanding work that will pay dividends to those in need. Mobile home park issues remained in the forefront this year. The City Council has tasked Mayor Pro Tem Andy Fox to provide focused liaison between the city and mobile home park stakeholders. Thousand Oaks Boulevard. Incremental and important change continues to occur throughout Thousand Oaks Boulevard. In the last year, we've seen creation of 26 new angled parking spots at the lakes. They've been added both enhanced safety features and the fresh upscale look to the boulevard. This project was the source of considerable scrutiny during the election cycle. I stand by this project on its merits of activating the center's frontage and serving as a valuable demonstration project. Actual city redevelopment costs, redevelopment agency costs, were about $170,000. I'm happy to report that the spaces are nearly always full and generating new business for that center. The redevelopment agency also purchased the west side properties adjacent to the Civic Arts Plaza. All existing tenants remain in place and continue to generate revenue for the agency. This purchase was textbook redevelopment and allows the agency to assemble valuable properties that will be pivotal in future efforts, further vitalization of the boulevard. The long-term goal of establishing a pedestrian-friendly, self-sustaining, and viable downtown is getting closer to becoming a reality. This summer, the Thousand Oaks Boulevard Business Improvement District voted to renew its term for 10 more years. This critical step will help to ensure stable, cohesive leadership and vision for downtown merchants in the years ahead. The next major crossroad for the emerging downtown will be City Council's consideration of the proposed Thousand Oaks Boulevard specific plan. The plan, generated and submitted by the Thousand Oaks Boulevard Association, is undergoing a full environmental impact review. This is the blueprint for the boulevard's future. Thoughtful consideration and meaningful public outreach will be the keys to adopting a plan that we can all be proud of. The draft EIR will be circulated soon, community meetings will take place, and Planning Commission review is anticipated for the spring. City Council should take place in early summer. Open space acquisition and management. As Thousand Oaks nears build-out, opportunities to acquire large swaths of open space has become more challenging. Through forethought and good planning, COSCA, a partnership between the city and the Conejo Recreation and Park District, has developed a prioritized list of open space properties. This list serves to guide potential acquisitions if and when these properties become available for purchase. COSCA successfully acquired 47 new acres of open space in 2010. 45 of the acres adjacent to Vallecito Mobile Home Park and adjacent to existing open space were a key link to preserving the concept Ring of Green around the city, and it served to complete the protection of the Vallecito open space area. COSCA also purchased 1.9 acres on Ventura Park area, adding to the protection of the Ventura Park open space, and 0.2 acres and an easement in the Skyline open space, providing a new trail access point to the Skyline open space. All of these modest yet valuable acquisitions have led to one of the most vibrant trail and open space systems anywhere in the West. To that end, one of the local community's crowning accomplishments was achieved just last month with the annexation of the 326 acres of Rancho Potrero open space. The process required long-term negotiations, community involvement, and the planning of a viable future for the area. Let's take a look at the video at this prized piece of property.
Hi, I'm Jim Friedel, General Manager of the Conejo Recreation and Park District, and today I'm standing on the beautiful Rancho Potrero property. It's 326 acres at the west end of town, just off Lynn Road. The closest residential area to us is the Dos Vientos Ranch neighborhood. The property was acquired in 1993 by a great partnership between the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy, the National Park Service, the Conejo Recreation and Park District, and the City of Thousand Oaks. Together, those agencies were able to acquire this magnificent property along with the entrance to the National Park Service property. Well, in November of 2010, the City of Thousand Oaks and the Conejo Recreation and Park District annexed the property into their jurisdiction, and the property is now owned by the people of the Conejo Valley, the City of Thousand Oaks and the Conejo Rec and Park District. COSCA is going to be the owner and manager of this magnificent property. It'll join approximately 15,000 acres of other open space and be part of the Ring of Green around this beautiful valley. As the General Manager of the Conejo Recreation and Park District, I want to take this opportunity to thank the City of Thousand Oaks, the Conejo Open Space Conservation Agency, the Mountains Recreation and Conservation Authority, the National Park Service, and the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy. Without those agencies all working cooperatively and together, this property could not have been saved. So what's going to go on Rancho Potrero? The property basically is going to be used as open space, protected and preserved for generations to come. But we do want to make it friendly for visitors. So specifically, one of the things we're going to be doing is adding some restrooms and trailhead parking. There'll be some information kiosks and additional trails. A large amount of credit has to go to the Citizens Focus Group that helped put together the concept plan for what will be the public's use of this property. We'll have an equestrian facility, we'll have an outdoor nature classroom, we'll have a place for CRPD to conduct summer camps, and of course we'll have our hiking, biking, and equestrian trails throughout the property. So get your family, come on out and enjoy this beautiful piece of property. I'm going to get back on Pablo here. All right, you guys, come out and join us at the beautiful Rancho Potrero. Get out.
You know, I think Jim Friedel should stand. Jim, come on, come on, come on. There may be a whole new career opportunity there. It's always worthy of note that of the total land area of the city of Thousand Oaks, almost 1/3 of the total area is in publicly held open space in perpetuity, an accomplishment that we all should be very, very proud of. Looking back on this year, I feel proud of our ability to work together with community partners, local residents, and most importantly, city staff to make good things happen. Even in the most challenging times, our remarkable employees have been a true partner through difficult decision-making and budget adjustments. In light of all the unknowns, they have faithfully continued to provide first-rate services and programs during a very difficult year. It can be easy to forget the talented men and women working as this happens. Let's take a look at the video.
Hi, my name is Connie Hickman, and I'm the Human Resources Director for the City of Thousand Oaks. Our employees work very hard to provide the highest level of service to the community. Today, I'm very honored to introduce you to 4 members of our employee family.
Hi, I'm Melissa Hurtado. I'm the Revenue Assistant in the Finance Department. I've been with the city for about 6.5 years. I came to the city with the idea of transferring to the accounting division once I obtained my accounting degree. I did obtain my accounting degree, and for some reason I decided to stay in public services. I find that I love working with the citizens of Thousand Oaks. Everybody is just so wonderful, and I love to help people. City of Thousand Oaks, customer service, how may I help you? Sure, I can certainly assist you with that. What type of business were you looking to open? Here in the Public Services Division, we have a variety of services that we offer. We have a housing assistance program for seniors, which offers a stipend check to seniors who meet the income qualifications. There's also a dial-a-ride program, which is a taxi service for our seniors. We do utility billing here. There's parking citation payments and inquiries that I handle. My main area of expertise is the business licensing, so that's where most of my time goes, and I like to help customers who come in here and they need to get a business license and they're trying to open a business and succeed. But my main focus is to make sure that all the businesses are compliant and registered with the City of Thousand Oaks. Right, looks like you're opening up a computer consulting business?
Yeah, I am, up here on the boulevard.
Oh, okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and get this all set up on the computer. I'll be right back with you.
Thank you.
Thanks. A lot of times when people come into my department, I'm one of the first people that they see. And it's very important to me to make sure that they feel special. I really try to go above and beyond for the citizens that come into the office. I often help business owners who have no idea what they're doing. They have a great idea, but they just don't know how to get started. For example, yesterday I had a gentleman come in and he had this great idea for a business opportunity, but he really didn't know where to go. So I kind of went above and beyond my normal call of duty, and I helped him search online. I kind of had an idea of what agencies he needed to contact, but I really wasn't sure myself. So I went on there, was able to get him phone numbers, websites. I really got him going, and he walked out of the office. He felt really good, really excited, and it just made me feel really happy.
Hi, my name is Santos Marcus, and I'm the laboratory supervisor at the Hill Canyon Wastewater Treatment Plant. Graduated in 1990 from the University of California in Santa Barbara with the Biological Sciences degree. Been with the city for 16 great years and happy to be here. I have several different responsibilities with the City of Thousand Oaks. Part of them are dealing with regulatory agencies, and those vary from the Ventura County Environmental Health Department, Ventura County Air Pollution Control District, all the way to the State Water Quality Resources Control Board. But my main focus and my main enjoyment with my job is overseeing the laboratory here at Hill Canyon. The results that we achieve in the laboratory help us act as the last line of defense for any environmental issues that we may have here. We can let plant operations staff know that, hey, we need to make some adjustments with the process at the time so that we don't run the risk of running in violation of our permit. The main objectives at the city here are twofold. We want to protect the city and we want to protect the environment. And that's what makes my job most enjoyable to me. When I do my job properly, the City of Thousand Oaks residents benefit from a cleaner environment, lower sewer rates, and a great environment to live in.
My name is Charlotte Burrows, and I'm a librarian here at the City of Thousand Oaks Library working with children and young adults. Some of my responsibilities include doing story time. That's one of my favorite things at the library. I also provide service at the Children's Help Desk and also at the Information Desk. I select materials for the library, arrange tours for groups coming in, and I also work with teens who volunteer with us during the summer and throughout the year. Recently I had a boy, and it's always hard to get boys to connect them with the books that maybe they will want to read. I had a boy who was probably middle school age that said the library didn't have anything that he would want to read. We found him a great series and it got him hooked. And he came back, actually his mother came back and thanked me for getting him hooked on a series, and it's turning him into reading the next book in the series, the next book, and hopefully he'll come back and want to find some other services or other materials we have here in the library. I felt so fulfilled as a librarian, and to me, providing that service is so rewarding and so fulfilling.
Hi, my name is Billy Hutton. I'm a senior deputy with the Ventura County Sheriff's Department. I've been employed as a deputy for approximately 13 years. I've been with the Bike Patrol for the last year and a half. Some of my other assignments include patrol, custody environment, along with court services and detectives, and now I'm here on the Thousand Oaks Bike Patrol team. I supervise a full-time bike patrol team. It's a 4-member team here in the city of Thousand Oaks. We're the only full-time team here in the county of Ventura. We start out our day and we get out on the streets on our bicycle. We're kind of the eye in the sky on bikes. And we go out there and we patrol for quality of life issues concerning public urination, drinking, vending violations, any type of gambling, along with drug-related offenses. On the flip side, we go ahead and we deal with business owners also and try to promote a safe place to live and work. And we talk to them to see if they have any concerns within the community, and we go ahead and answer or take care of any issues that they may have on a daily basis. It makes me feel good coming to work every single day and putting on my uniform knowing that I can make a difference out in the community. Going out there and keeping the public concern in mind when I'm going out there and exercising my daily duties makes me feel good as a person and same as a law enforcement officer here in the city of Thousand Oaks. I believe by us going to work and consistently doing a good job out here and removing crime from the streets and going out and making public contacts with people, knowing the community knows that we're out here enforcing laws and regulations, I believe that the community looks at it that we're out here making it a safer place for them to live, safer place for them to shop, and a safer place for them to raise their families here in the city of Thousand Oaks.
Please don't paint public sector employees with the broad brush of a corrupt organization like those found in the city of Bell. These are the individuals that are working hard, often behind the scenes, to make sure the underpinnings of modern society run smoothly. I believe we owe them our gratitude, but more importantly, we owe them the respect for a job well done. Congratulations, City. Personally, I care very deeply about this community, as do my council colleagues. It's a privilege to effect positive and meaningful change from this dais, and to do so with individuals that I respect and appreciate working with. But I've recognized a troubling shift in discourse over the past few years. Polarizing forces cause the silent majority to lose out to the vocal minority. More often than not, this vocal minority does not realize the nuances of dealing with complex issues. I believe that we must do more as an organization and as a community to bridge the growing chasm between expectations and reality. Nothing illustrates this point clearer than the recent Los Angeles Times poll. Californians object to increasing taxes in order to pare the state's massive budget deficit, and instead favor closing the breach through spending cuts. Voters oppose cuts and even prefer more spending on programs that make up 85% of the state's general fund obligations. This is very clear. No tax increases, more spending cuts. The trouble is, Californians do not want to cut services that they think are important to the state. Indeed, they want to increase spending on K-12, college and universities, and health care. We all know that the state government in Sacramento is a mess. But this is not just the story for the state of California. These sentiments run deep through local, regional, state, and federal government. There seems to be a fundamental disconnect between voter expectations and operating reality. None of us relish service reductions. However, we must be realistic and intellectually honest. Success in the coming years is going to require mutual respect, understanding, and commitment to advancing our community forward. As friends, neighbors, community leaders, and parents, we agree on so much. I ask you to come together, get involved, and speak up for good government and rational decision-making. Thousand Oaks today is the result of 46 years of careful planning and thoughtful decision-making. A solid foundation has been laid by incredibly visionary leaders. Throughout 2010, tremendous work has been done by City Council and staff to implement many existing programs and projects. The City of Thousand Oaks has earned its reputation as Ventura County's premier city. Everybody in this room should be proud of this fact. Our community is well positioned to achieve even more greatness over the next 46 years. Thank you all very much for coming.